So on this month's episode of Equilibrium horoscope for the month of January 2022, the muscle that I'm going to be covering is the sternocleidomastoid, and it's SCM for short. And what this muscle does, first of all, it's located right here in the neck. So if I look straight ahead and I elevate my head a bit and turn my neck to the right, it is actually right here. You can kind of see it. It's this muscle right here. And it's actually 80% of, it causes 80% of migraine headaches. So if you take your fingers and just pull at it and kind of hold and go up and down, it can kind of release some of the tension. But I learned in massage therapy school that this muscle, the SCM sternocleidomastoid, was a huge factor in migraine headaches. So if there's any tension here, you can kind of feel the soreness and the tenderness. You can work with your fingers up and down the muscle. You can't really feel it too much head on. You want to twist your neck to the right or left, depending on which SCM you're working on. But this one, you can see it's like, right there. It's this fat muscle on the side of your neck. And you can grip onto it and you can kind of just tug at it, and it releases a lot of tension and stress, and it can alleviate migraine headaches very quickly. This is one of the muscles that is highly responsible for migraine headaches. So the SCM, it is the origination is it starts off right here at the clavicle. So this is the clavicle right here. So it kind of starts, the muscle, it originates right here, and then it inserts up your neck behind your occipital skull. So it's like right below the ear, and right behind the mastoid process, which this is your mastoid bone in your face, your skull. So it originates right here by the clavicle, and it goes up. It's a pretty long neck muscle. It's a flexor, and it connects behind your ear where your occipital bone meets your mastoid process right here. And also, what else I can tell you about this muscle is it draws the head forward like that, and from left to right. So that's what that muscle is responsible for. And just to add to the neck muscles, the smaller ones are the scalenes. I just want to stick to one muscle each horoscope, but the neck muscles, they are a lot of the time the root causes for any migraine headaches, tension, and migraines and headaches also come for your upper back muscles, your shoulders, your scapular muscles, and of course your temporal. And there's a very deep muscle behind your occipital, which you have to kind of finger hold and get behind the skull as the patient lays on the bed, and have their skull kind of sink into your fingers. And those are the occipital muscles that are right underneath your occipital bone part of your skull, which are very small. And you have to really warm the muscle up and allow for the head to kind of sink in so you can get to these deeper muscles. But they're a huge factor in migraine headaches as well. But I find the neck muscles to be kind of the culprit as far as migraines go. However, the SCM, the sternocleidomastoid, they say it's about 80% cause of migraine headaches, and it does really instantly give you gratification if you are experiencing a really bad migraine. So you can just grab it right here. It's on each side of your neck. And, you know, it's right on the side. You can grab it. You can feel it. It's pretty long. You can work it out yourself. You can feel that it's tense and a little sore. So you can actually activate it though when you turn your neck either way, and then it protrudes outward and you can get a better grip and you can work it better, more effectively when you rotate your head to the right or left, depending on which SCM you're working on. So that is an interesting fact about some of the neck muscles, and especially the sternocleidomastoid. It's known for definitely being the major muscle that correlates with migraine headaches, 80% they say. And also, if you're experiencing any, you know, back pain, these nifty massage tools are really great for the muscles you can't reach, like in your, you know, right behind your shoulder blade, in your scapula area. You can get down deep. You can kind of shape and shave around your scapular bone and get all those muscles right there in the upper back, which is really great. So, I mean, we really neglect our body and we forget how important it is that our muscles do get worn out, and we do need to tend to these muscles that are going throughout our entire body from our feet up to our head. They're everywhere. And actually, just to add to, there's some sutars in our skull bones. So our skull isn't just one massive bone. It actually has sutars in between each parts of the skull, which make for different regions of the skull. We have the occipital right here in the back, and then we have the frontal right here, and so forth and so on, different names. But the sutars are the small little muscles in between the bones of the skull that kind of hold the skull together, and it makes for movement in your scalp, which is something I find very interesting. And also I wanted to kind of add, you can also use tennis balls to get some of the muscle tension out of your upper back by placing a tennis ball in a sock and rolling around on the floor with it, positioning it behind your back, and just, you know, holding a long sock in place in order to kind of just roll around and use that tennis ball to relieve some of your upper back tension. Okay? And one more thing I want to add to this is your gluteal muscles right here in your glutes, which is your buttocks. You have three. You have your gluteus major, medium, and minor. Minor being the deepest, and major being the one that's covering more of the landmass on your glutes. And a lot of lower back pain is caused from our glutes, our gluteal muscles. And what you can do is you can ball your fist up like this, and you can kind of just like lay back like this, and then put your fists under your butt like that, and kind of just lay flat and allow your butt to sink into your fists, you know, before you go to bed, whatever. And that can release a lot of the tension in your gluteal muscles, and depending on how bad of shape they're in, you'll feel by the muscles jerking around, moving, it being sore, tender, hard even, and it releases and relieves lower back pain. That's actually where the lower back pain comes from, is from your gluteal muscles. So all the muscles kind of work together, and the body, like I said before, is connected in so many different ways. One area may affect a distant area, but that's why I like to talk about anatomy, massage, and our body, because we need to, you know, bring some more attention on it and really take care of it and love it. So that is our second section of Equilibrium horoscopes. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next month for another horoscope episode of Equilibrium. And take care, as always. Much love.